Right, on this one today, what we have just down here, if you can see it, spray. Here. It's like pinholed. Joint there. It's pinholed. Okay. So that's pinholed. What we'll do is going to change this section from the elbow back into the pump. So just got to turn the water off in the field and yeah, get this done. Right, so the water is off, as you can see. It's now not spraying, but it's leaking from this joint here. So what we're going to do, as you can see, they're all rusted. I think I'm going to try and undo that from in there and replace from there with a new ball joint lever valve there. So that's what we're going to do. Let's do that. Double cut that. We should be able to spin this out of here. It's quite loose. I think it's been made in the PTFE, so it's quite loose. That's the thing with iron or steel. There's lots of fixed points, so you need to plan ahead and get the fittings before you commit to it. So let's undo this. It says so what we're going to do next is let's move this out of the way. Yummy. Unspin this from this elbow, I think. Spins in, shall we? Let's undo this. Okay, so old lever spins. It's mud and shine. where are they? Eva, let's try a pair of grips. See if that will work yet. Pair of grips. Let's have a bit of water in it. Probably before I take that out, I should measure the. I wonder if that will come out. There. Let's measure that first. We measure from that thread there to that thread there, so it's going to be about 22 centimetres, 220, which I've got enough here. So I've got over here a selection of fittings, so I've definitely got these valves going back in, and I've just got a load of unions and nipples, all different sizes. Just going to make it 220 with a union in it, so I can pre-make one side and then just tighten the union to clamp them together. That's the plan. So I'm just going to make up something that's the right measurement from thread to thread and fit that in that gap. But there's obviously still a lot of water coming this way, so I'm going to leave that in place, make it up and then put it in. So I've just pre-made this up ready, just to swap it. So with all the stuff I've picked up, this is kind of what I'm coming up with at the moment. Is union here, this male to female brass adapter, and this into here. That's kind of what I'm working with. If I flip this elbow up, wind this on and flip it down, should pull together nicely. That's the plan, I think. Let's give that a go and make all this up, put it together and see if it works. I'm just going to make these fittings up with a load of Loctite. Giving it absolutely plenty because I'm going to have to spin them. I want enough on there to still seal the threads, so it might be a bit excessive, but because I've got to move them in and out, I think this should work. So there's that one, and then I've got this union with a male thread, and I've just scored the threads with my grips. Once again, just going to go on with absolutely tons of this stuff. Doesn't matter, you haven't got to get it in the threads, you can go left, right, up, down the threads as long as it's nice. And there's loads on that. Cool, like so. So, what's going to happen here is this one's going to go into this. So, just going to leave them, get them on there. Make on there. that's all semi-made in. And over here, what we're going to do is wind that thing in there. So I need to wind that in a bit more so I can get it in the gap. Again. Needs another 2 mil. That's all it needs. Another few times. Should be enough. So that's going to go into there. Get that one started. So, that's all okay. Right. Put that in. Tighten these in. I've got to get this union. That's the wrong part of it. This is the sausage. Get the female side. That should. Yeah, that should be fine. So if we try and spin, this, I think up, and try and get that on there, I think that's probably the like so. spin that up so I can get this on here. So, one of these on this one. Wind that on. That spin down. Can't move this at all. What I think we're going to need to do is tighten down a few more turns. That too. Some Stilsons. Just let's see if we can get a few more turns. Move that lever side. And a few more. A few more turns. Not very often I do iron. If I am, I'm adapting it to copper, but because this is outside, you don't really want to use copper outside in the elements. It's going to be a lot more. If we can wind all this a bit more on these ones. Get down now. That one spinning now. Down. Yeah. Not a lot, it's actually one thread. Let's see if we can get a few more turns on this one. Cool. I think that might be it. Right, I'll spin this back down. Not a lot at all. There you go, it's going now. Got it started. Past the thread. So, what I've got to do is try and get that in there. So, spin it in. Okay. Like so. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. Now let's clean that mud up. Let's see how we can get this started. Oh yeah. She started, that's a good thing. So all we need is footprints. Footprints up here. Let's get this now. Wound on to here. Come on. Big Stilson's on it to finish it off. Get under there. Just no room under the nuts. Try. Use these footprints to try it up. smash my hand or pinch my skin again. Very tight. Right. Yeah, tidy some of this mud up and turn it on. Turn the water back on. Right, here we go. Water's going on. Absolutely chucking it down, aren't we? Right, here we go. Let's turn the valves on. Right, let's move this mud stick out of the way, move that out of the way. Let's turn this one on. Let's turn this one on. That's on. Flick this back on. There you go, that's all done. If you've enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment if I've done something wrong or if I should have done it a different way. But here you go, just repaired this bit of iron. I hope everyone has a good day and takes care.